Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to talk about how to create a multi-six-figure coaching business that's in alignment to your soul gifts. Now, you may be thinking like, that sounds beautiful. And what are your soul gifts and why does that matter in your coaching business?
Yeah, and we're going to go into a couple things, not just that's going to be amazing, but we're also going to learn what are the soul gifts. We're going to learn how can you actually use them in your marketing and how to actually create your marketing in a way that it's aligned to your soul gifts. And then also what could go quote wrong if you're not in your soul gifts. How could your business feel what happens if you're not in your soul gifts,
and why in the world are we wearing Santa hats?
Yes, why are we? We'll get to that in a second.
All right, so let's talk about your soul gifts. What are your soul gifts? So ultimately, every single one of us is designed so unique and so beautiful. And our soul gifts can be our genius points. It's something who we are. It's not something that we have to go try to be, right? The main soul gifts that I found working with hundreds of transformational coaches and helping them put this together that's in alignment to their soul gifts are some people who have just this incredible ability to just pour love. These are the people that would oh, you need a coat? Here's my coat. You need food? Here's food. They are so beautiful that their gift is literally how they love people. Another soul gift is the builder, right? The builder is the one. These are get your hands in the dirt, building sustainable things. They're able to create things that are long lasting. They tend to be very good with money, very good with the body and health, and really sustainability is their thing. So another soul gift is systems. You see the world in systems. Someone tells you the vision and you're like, oh, this is the system for this, and you put this all together. A lot of times these people they have the functionality plus the aesthetics. They can make things look really good and a smooth process. We need those people. Next one is, I'm going through all of them. So divine healing, right? You just have this ability to hold space for people. You have a space of non-judgment. People feel you, they see you, and they just feel safe talking to you. They feel safe to open up their world. If you've recognized a pattern in your life where people just overshare, they're like, I don't know why I'm talking to you and telling you everything.
So I'll jump in here. So is this somebody would answer one of those what kind of potato you are form things? Is that how you figure this out?
No, I would love actually for that to happen.
So that's not how it goes.
No, so let's talk about the gifts and then how you can discover your gift and how I work with people to be able to help them discover their gifts with them. So we have the divine healing. We also have divine words. This is a person who their words literally transform the way other people's thought processes are. You speak, other people are transformed. Creating content is not a issue for you. It is very I find that these people are either really good on camera or they're really good in their writing. So divine words. Divine truth is another one. You see truth. You are a no BS meter and you have no problem speaking truth to people. The truth that you speak into people, when it's invited, it lands, but you are a truth speaker. This is your soul gift. This is what you are here to do. The next one is freedom, right? When you have freedom, you have the soul gift of being able to fully express, working in freedom, working you do what you do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it. If you want to travel, you can go travel. You're so open to different possibilities and to different ways of doing things. Having freedom is literally, when you have that freedom, you are literally in your highest self and your gift. And then there's also divine wisdom. So divine wisdom means you have this understanding, this innate understanding of the universe. You just know things, how things work. It's not something you've ever read out of a book. It's just a knowing, right? Now I've found that we all have really a combination of these gifts all together, but knowing which ones are your gifts and which ones are maybe your not strong areas can highly affect your marketing. So how I work with people is I work with them in the Akashic Records. We deep dive into their soul gifts and how do you create this all within with who you are, right? Your Akashic records are ultimately everything is energy. Energy never dies. So it goes somewhere, right? So the Akashic records is a place where you can tap in energetically and literally read your entire soul blueprint. We all have one. It's how we were created, and it stores every single thing that you've ever gone through in this lifetime, past lifetimes, and then future probabilities and possibilities. Although it is not a place where you can read the future, you can see possibilities based on your actions.
Now, how do you so can you believe in God and use the records? Like, is this like, how does this work?
I have such a close personal relationship with the Lord through even using the records. It was actually something that I just very vulnerably struggled with for a long time, because I knew that it's a calling, right? And I was called to use and access the records. And I am so I always seek the Lord with everything that I do. My sessions are very God driven. The Holy Spirit always comes into my sessions. In the Bible, it actually talks about the book of life, and the book of life is literally the book of life, everything you've ever gone through. And I don't know how deep you want me to go here, but God created, light. He said, let there be word and let there be light. Light is frequency. Light is energy. Energy never dies, right? E equals MC squared. It is not a woo-woo thing anymore, that energy is everywhere. And so ultimately what I do is I tap into the energy of your soul and who you were created to be. I do a session that is very Holy Spirit led. I love Jesus with all my heart and soul. He's my absolute everything. I spend time with him every single day. He's my absolute best friend in the world, than my husband. And so, yes, I do believe, everyone has their own different beliefs. I completely respect everyone and their beliefs. And I like to look at this as, I don't know, this is a divine gift that I feel has been given. And I'm out for other people to know who they really are, so that you can step into that divine power that God has called you to do as well.
Yeah. And I guess the other side of it is like, are we going to be preaching like some sort of religion situation?
No, yeah. I can't. That's not for me to do. Right. I will say that coaches who have worked with us have I did not expect to find a deeper relationship with God through working with you, but I have, and I never push beliefs. I am not a religious person. I'm a relationship person. I do think that every single one of us, when we can tap into our spiritual beliefs and whatever it is that those are, to lead to that, there is a higher power, there is a higher energy, universe, source, whatever you feel comfortable in saying. I'm with you. Okay. If you have a calling to make a difference in the world, you have a calling. It doesn't matter what we call the person who has called you, or the source that has called you, or the energy that has called you. I hold such a space of non-judgment and love, and meet everyone where they are is perfect, whole and complete and absolute. And so we work on that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So marketing. How would one person or a person use these gifts and align to their marketing or to their business in general?
Yeah. So let's talk about that person who's like, I will give you the clothes off my back. You need help. I got you. Just absolute divine love. They walk in love. They just have this beautiful heart. There's a lot of coaches that just have this beautiful heart that just want to give, right? I just want to impact. I just want to give. It doesn't matter. All this other stuff doesn't matter. I just want to give my heart, and I just want to give love to people, right? These people are the nurturers. They're even if you're a male, it doesn't matter. You just have that mama bear, take care of people. So that sounds amazing. That sounds beautiful. How do I use that in my marketing? Well, as you are a caretaker, you are very good. And maybe if you've stepped into it or not, but you are actually really good at facilitating communities, right? And facilitating movements. So when you take your marketing and you don't look at it as I'm creating a Facebook group, and I'm going to, do this stuff and get clients, but you turn it around into I'm creating a movement of people who are out for this, right? It becomes more than just yourself. It becomes around the movement that you are here to lead and to facilitate. And it is actually your gift to be able to do so. Now, for obvious, let's go for the words, right? If you have a gift of being able to use your words to transform, you want to make sure you're on YouTube, you're on podcasts, you're speaking, we got to get you out there speaking your voice. What are the outlets out there that you can use to use your voice? Because you are here to speak and to get your message out there into the world. If you are someone who is a healer and you just have that natural healing ability within you, you have the space where people feel really comfortable opening up to you. Relationship marketing is going to work fabulous for you because literally as you speak to people, you ask them questions, you can get whole paragraphs of things that people are going through, and to really get into their world and hold space for them, and then see where their gaps are and how you can help. I don't know if you want me to go through.
No, I think that's good. We don't necessarily have time to go. If you're wanting support on finding this, comment support. Holly does a session with our clients that goes really deep into these soul gifts, and we'll let you know which one it is and how to navigate it. We're going to talk about that. When you are in the, I guess, what could go wrong? If they're attempting to do this one this way, and they are this soul gift, how could it
backfire?
Where does it backfire?
So here's the thing, especially growing a coaching business online, right? We are enrolling in transformation. We are not selling information. And each and every single one of us are so different. So to go out there and to join a program and get these marketing programs that is this one cookie cutter way of this is the way, and if you don't do this, then you're wrong and it's not going to work for you. So what happens is, because we have this heart and we're this calling for transformation, we go out there and we're like, I'm doing the things and it's not working. And then what happens when it's not working? Because we aren't in our full abilities of how we move through the world best. Our soul isn't in alignment to this, right? So what ends up happening is when it doesn't work, you start making yourself wrong. You start feeling frustrated that you're this isn't working. Maybe this isn't my calling. Maybe I'm not supposed to be doing this. And then all of the stories and the self-doubt can start coming in where, and it's also tiring, right? I believe there is such a line of having this ease and flow where you're challenging yourself, you're growing, you're evolving. We're entrepreneurs as well as coaches. So things are going to have a challenge and a struggle. So I'm not sure I'm 1,000,000% on board with the ease and flow, and this is great. However, if you are not in your soul gifts and you are doing things completely different that is not in alignment to who you are, things can feel radically off. Mm-hmm. Not working, exactly the opposites that you don't want. And I will say that every gift has a shadow element to it. So if you are doing one thing completely opposite from your gift, it can actually start sparking the shadow side of your gift, where you can start bringing in some cycles of self-sabotage, not feeling like you are heard or matter or important, which of course then creates a resistance in your marketing and your performance and how you even show up. So it's important to know who you are, know your soul gifts, and use them, tap into them, and be in the highlight, and then also know the shadow side of each of them. So when those happen, you have the steps and the tools to be able to move back to who you really are and start moving in that.
Nice. You have an example of any of our clients that came in and they were wildly off of their soul gifts, and then when we were able to tweak it, they could. One of them that comes up to me and it's not that she was really off, but I feel like she just found her groove, was Jessica. This is just recent, right?
Oh, I was actually going to use Marissa, but Jessica could.
Yeah, that could be a great one. Well, let's talk about Jessica, and then we can talk about Marissa.
Talk about.
So Jessica is a connector. She just loves what's her soul gift?
So she's a healer.
Okay, so she's a healer, and so she just loves connecting and building these relationships, and it's and she's I just love just getting into conversations and just seeing what people are up to, and it's just that's her gifts, is just connecting and being in that that relationship, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, she's really taking off. And we have another client, Marissa. We've been working with Marissa for a while. And Marissa was one of those where what she did was shift, where she went from, she's a gut health coach. So she has this method to be able to heal your gut. And so she had a group that was come to this group and learn how to heal your gut. And she wasn't getting the results that she wanted. When we switched it to how can you create this movement, right? What is the movement that you are out to lead? And we got really deep on what this movement was. This was a movement of women who were a stand for their health, that were a stand for their family, to be the best people that they could possibly be. And by doing that switch, she's been able, she's been very successful. Her business started turning on. She started loving what it was that she was doing. She started showing up in a whole new way. And she has this movement of women in her community that are out for so much more than just like,
and they're creating their own movements.
Yes. Hey man, gut health is important, right? So shout out to Marissa and Jessica for really stepping up and honoring your gift. Now, if we had told Jessica, go create a movement of women who are out to perform and do bigger things, like that sounds amazing and that sounds awesome. And she's just one of those people that it very well could do something, but however, her gift is really getting into other people's worlds and opening up the space for them to really pour out and heal, right? So there's two amazing coaches, two very different ways to be able to do things, both having really great results.
Yeah. Awesome. So why are we wearing
Santa hats? I kind of like this whole interview thing. I think this is working really great. All right. So why are we wearing Santa hats? Your voice matters.
Thanks. So in the next week or so, we actually have, every year we have our 50K till Christmas event. That means we help you to add an additional $50,000 to your business this year. It's in alignment with your soul gifts. So if you want to come to that, comment below, or maybe they're in the description if we're watching this on YouTube, if we're watching this on...
I think the description's here. Go find the link.
Go find the link.
Go register to this. Every year we do something like this. Is one of our biggest, this is fun, right? This is not just a webinar. This is not just a training. This is literally an experience for you. We have lots of prizes and opportunities. This is a whole immersion experience where you're going to learn, how do you create this in alignment to your soul gifts? What are the pieces that you're going to need to put and really create that multiple six figures in your coaching business so that you can be successful? I'm out for you to be your highest divine self, because I believe that coaches are the driving force of transformation in the world. And let's be real, we are in a world that needs transformation, right? So the more coaches that we can empower, the more money that we can help you. I equate money to contribution. So if you can make lots of money, have the freedom, be the best person that you are in your gifts, that's how each of us can make a contribution in the transformation that the world needs. So go ahead, find that link, register. This is going to be so fun. I am just so excited to pour into you. And so that, I'll talk for you this time. We are so excited to be able to pour into you so that you can be your highest and most divine self, so that you can make the impact that you know that you're called to make. So go ahead and get registered now, and we will see you at the event.
And if you want support and you're just ready to go, you're like, I saw this, I'm like, I need to know what my soul gift is. I need to know how to create this in my marketing. I need to create this in alignment to me. Just comment support below and we'll reach out and have a conversation. Appreciate you. Bye.